on now. Hey, everybody. Pleasant Saturday to you wherever you may be. This is the HITI pregame show with James. I'm James, of course. We're going to preview the second game of this series between the Angels and the Rockies. That Infield. This game coming up here at 6:10. The Angels coming in at 41-36. Rockies at 30-48. Last night, the Angels lost 7-4 against the Rockies there. Let's go through a little bit what happened. So Profar had the leadoff home run for Colorado in the first. In the top of the second, Padlo had a double that drove in Renfroe. Obama second, Coco Montes singled in Montero to make it 2-1 or 2-2, excuse me. And then Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout went back to back with mammoth home runs, make it 4-2. That, of course, was in the top of the fifth. Then in the top of the sixth, let's see what happened. All the scoring plays. Okay, scoring plays. Here we go. All right. Top of the fifth. So the back-to-back home runs happened, and then Ezekiel Tofar had a single to bring home Montero in the bottom of the sixth to make it 4-3, and then the bottom of the eighth. There was a really unfortunate pitch by Davinsky. With Elias Diaz hitting grand slam, his ninth home run of the season, deep to center field, and there was no doubt about it, to make it 7-4. And then the Rockies would go on to win. It was unfortunate, too, because Sandoval pitched well enough. Johnson got the win for Colorado. Bachman got the loss. So, I'm sorry, it was Bachman. And then Lawrence got the save. So it was unfortunate to see. Again, and Sandoval, again, he pitched well enough. I'm looking at, even though, I'm saying 10 hits, but that's Coors Field, 3 runs. He got 3 strikeouts. He only gave up 1 home run. But the home run given up, that was the issue there by Davinsky. So that was pretty bad. And it was unfortunate Bachman got the loss there in the blown save to Davinsky. I feel like Davinsky should have got the loss, but whatever. So that was then. This is tonight. Let's get to tonight, shall we? The standings for both. Let me put that out there. So Colorado right now, again, 30-48, last place in the NL West. The Angels now in third place in the AL West. They are, I believe, a half game back there in the wild card standings. The Yankees, with all that news coming in with Aaron Judge, that he has the toe issue and it's lingering. It's going to be an issue for a while, and it's not going to be good for them, but I guess good for everybody that's trying to catch up to him. We know Houston will probably, go ahead in first place. The Yankees did win, but there's no timetable for Judge to return. That's what I was meaning. So the Angels right now, I guess you could forget about the division standings as the standings come up. Scroll, please, scroll. Okay. So, 6.5 back and then a half game back in the wild card. So you can honestly say, well, the division doesn't look so good, but the wild card is right there. Colorado, meanwhile, in last place, 16 games back of first place Arizona, and then 13.5 back of the wild card. So it almost feels like they're playing the season out. Excuse me. Will probably be their 5th losing season in a row for the Rockies, unfortunately. And they're banged up, too. They don't have CJ Cron, the former Angel. They don't have Chris Bryant and Charlie Blackmon. So they're all out with different injuries, and it's just unfortunate to see. Some Angel news coming in today. with Eduardo Escobar coming in, with that new third baseman coming in from New York. I can't wait to see him play today. Jared Walsh has been sent down, and it's probably good because he needed to get at bats. It seemed like with Jared, and we'll talk about this later. It seems like he wasn't getting good exit velocity off of his bat. It just didn't seem that way with Jared Walsh. His home run he had at Kauffman Stadium in right field, I believe it was on that Sunday. Maybe it was that Saturday. It barely got out in right field. Now, home run is a home run, yes, but it just seemed like he was getting hardly the contact he was before. And hopefully he can go down to Salt Lake City and get some good at-bats there. And then Michael Stefanik was also optioned down to AAA Salt Lake City. That means David Fletcher will come back up, and the Angels, yes, will have to pay the remainder of his salary because of that in his contract. But Fletcher and Escobar on the team, Walsh and Stefanik down to Salt Lake City with the Bees, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully Wallach can get more. And then Stefanik, he also wasn't hitting with the exit velocity and the hits, honestly. So some reinforcements coming. So we wonder about Adele too, if he'll ever be brought back. I don't know. We'll see. So let's get to today's starters. For the Angels, right-hander Griffin Canning, he's 5-2 with a 4.40 ERA, 59 and one-third innings pitched, 29 earned runs given up, 55 hits, 55 strikeouts, 17 walks, 11 home runs. This will be his 12th start. His last start came against Kansas City last Saturday, and he was the unfortunate no decision. That was just unfortunate. The bullpen let him down for sure, or the lack thereof. That wasn't really unfortunate. And he pitched well enough. 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He's got the four-seam fastball, of course, 90 miles per hour changeup, 89 on the slider, 82 on the curveball, and then the 94 miles per hour sinker. And the keys for Canning for me for this pitching day is to keep his four-seam low but in the zone. I think that would be good. And it's unfortunate, too. Playing in the thin air there, you can't leave anything high, or, you're going to get drilled like the Grand Slam yesterday. So the four-seam low, and then to get his slider out, sort of out of the zone to the right-handed hitters to get him to chase out of the zone, that would be really good to see. But again, be careful with the locations of the changeups and the curveballs. Don't hang them, or Colorado will bang them. That's what I'm thinking. It's just going to be a tough day. And that's no matter where you go, but you get burned more in Colorado. So that's my keys for Canning to, hey, keep all the pitches low but effective in the zone. I think that's going to work out. For Colorado, Chase Anderson, the right-hander, will go for the Rockies. He's 35 years of age. He was born in Wichita Falls, Texas in 1987. He was drafted by the Diamondbacks in 2014 in round 9, 276th overall. He went to the University of Oklahoma, the Sooners. He made his major league debut back on, May 11th of 2014. So he's been around. Milwaukee, Arizona, Milwaukee, Toronto, Tampa Bay, and now I think there's one more. I want to say Philadelphia. And then now he's with Colorado. He's on 1 this year with a 4.12 ERA, 39 and one-third innings pitched, 37 hits, 27 walks, 18 earned runs, 12 walks, I should say, 27 strikeouts, 37 hits, 8 home runs given up, and 9 starts. He had 7 with Colorado, 2 with Tampa Bay earlier this season. His last start, of course, with Colorado came in Atlanta on also the on Sunday, last Sunday. He got the loss. He went only 3 innings, 7 hits, 7 earned runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. I mean, the Braves just drilled him. So that's good news coming in. You think, hey, maybe he'll leave some pitches out there. He's got 93 miles per hour, 4-seam, 81 on the slider, 84 on the changeup, 78 on the curveball, 89 on the cutter, 92 on the sinker, and then 80 on the sweeper. That acts, of course, like a slider. His keys for Anderson, is his 4-seam has to be located better and then lower in the zone. I was looking at it this morning, and it seems like his 4-seam, he just leaves it up and in, and that's going to be danger if you're Chase Anderson. He's got to rely more on the sinker and then the changeup, and then he has to be careful with the cutter to lefties, and especially and mainly to Shohei Ohtani. You saw yesterday, Shohei hit one that finally landed. So Anderson has to be careful with that cutter. Let's see. Let's get to the advertisements. So, 714 tickets. If you're looking for Angel tickets, Dodger tickets, Padre tickets, concert tickets, and this is the summer for concerts. I mean, everybody has a tour out there. All the names you haven't heard of in a while that you loved growing up, they're all out there. So theater tickets as well. So look no further than 714 tickets. Great deals on those events. No hidden fees or surprises at checkout. 10% off using the code HITI. That's Halos in the short for Halos in the Infield. In the checkout, and with that, you'll be in the drawing for a free Halos jersey, courtesy of Halos in the Infield, and 714 tickets. And then you'll get 5% off of your next purchase. So it's all rolling into one. And then also, for the July 1st tailgate, you got to call 714 tickets directly for those special Halos in the Infield tailgate tickets, $55 tickets, and then all the stuff that comes with it. So you'll get the bobblehead going into the game, and that's the Ohtani Trout City Connect bobblehead. It's a really popular item. I would suggest getting there really early. It's a 7:07 start. So I think the gates are open an hour and a half, if anybody knows out there. So you get the bobblehead going in. But before the game, you'll get a Halos in the Infield t-shirt, sort of like this, but with this on it. Wrestling inspired t-shirt there, so boom. You'll get the t-shirt here. You'll get unlimited tacos. Shout out to Chef Paulo. Helmet nachos for the kids, thunder sticks, and then BYOB. It's gonna be a fun time. And the funny thing is, I called 714 tickets today. I had to get 5 tickets for that event. And I got mine from Alejandra today. She was welcoming, helpful, all sorts of greatness there with Alejandra and the whole staff there at 714 tickets. Let me give you the number, 714-842-5387. And you have until tomorrow to get the special Halos in the Infield $55 tickets out in section 237 for July 1st. But you got to call in for the special tickets and mention Halos in the Infield tailgate tickets. Again, the number 714-842-5387. So act on that. You got until what? They're open till 5:30, and then tomorrow as well. I think they're open till 5. So you got to get the tickets like I did right now, today. And then also, check out Noble Ale Works. For those of you here, we're doing a simulcast, so booyah. Noble Ale Works. 1621 Sinclair Street, Suite B, Anaheim, California, 928 806. Mention Halos in the Infield for the drink specials there, and then free parking there as well during Angel games. You got to mention Halos in the Infield for those drink specials and free parking. It's not too far away from the stadium. You don't have to pay for parking. Boom. It's at Noble Ale Works. So check that out. I tried their local brews. The cinnamon roast crunch was awesome. Tasty eats from various food trucks that come in, local food trucks, by the way, of Orange County. You gotta go. You gotta go try it, and then check out the food truck schedule on the Instagram page at Noble Ale Works. On the Instagram page, you gotta check that out. So great stuff there. Watch the Todd Fox post game show on YouTube after every Angels game. Very opinionated, very great stuff. And then also check out the HITI podcast on YouTube. They just did one recapping the Dodgers 2-game quick series in which the Angels were swept. And then also find Halos in the Infield on all the social media platforms. Of course, you found Instagram and YouTube here, but also Facebook and Twitter. And of course, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also find the Fernando question of the day. There's been some great ones lately. Let's get into these lineups. For some reason, the Angels don't have theirs on the MLB app right now, and it's weird. But seems like with all the changes happening with the roster, that's understandable. So that's the way sometimes it goes. But I have them. I do have them. So leading off is Taylor Ward in left field. Batting second is Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter. Batting third is Mike Trout, the center fielder. Batting fourth is Brandon Drury, second baseman. Batting fifth is Matt Thaiss. Batting sixth at first base today is Hunter Renfroe, and it's a surprise. Hunter Renfroe, I guess he was working at it. Who knows? At third base, making his Angels debut, Eduardo Escobar. He is a switch hitter, which is nice to see at third base. Right field, you got to have him in the lineup. Mickey Moniak, he's batting eighth. And then David Fletcher making his return to the majors for this season at shortstop. So it's a different lineup than we've seen before. Excuse me. And then with Renfroe at first base, it's definitely a surprise, but that's what's been done. Looking at the Colorado lineup today, Jurickson Profar will be leading off as a designated hitter. Batting second will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tofar. Batting third is Ryan McMahon, the third baseman. Batting fourth is Elias Diaz, the catcher, and he hit that game-deciding grand slam yesterday. Batting fifth will be Nolan Jones, the right fielder. And then batting sixth, of course, is Randall Grichuk. He is out in right field. He, of course, was the draft pick before Mike Trout in 2009, or he's in left field today, excuse me. Harold Castro will be the second baseman, batting seventh, and then batting eighth will be Eli Huris Montero, and he will be over at first base. And then Brendan Doyle will be the center fielder, batting ninth. To give you some numbers, McMahon leads the team with 12 home runs. McMahon also with 41 RBIs. With his grand slam, Diaz is up to 40. The person you really have to worry about on Colorado stealing bases is Doyle. He has 10 in his limited time as a rookie. And the matchups against Canning, Castro's batting 200, Grichuk 250, McMahon 0 for 2, and then Profar is hitting 143. So not much against Griffin Canning. I can tell you Drury against Chase Anderson is 0 for 1. Escobar is hitting 250. Fletcher's 0 for 1. Renfroe is hitting 200 against Chase Anderson. And then Trout is hitting 333. Chase Anderson in his career. So those are some players to look at against Chase Anderson. Again, Hunter Renfroe at first base. That's just amazing. All right, the keys to the game for me. I think the Angels, they got to get solid base hits. I know it's so tempting to blast the ball, especially in the thin air, and try to get home runs and all that, but the flyouts are so useless. I mean, you see Ward doing it all the damn time, and it's so annoying, especially leading off. It's breaking the scoring. You got to get the scoring going. You have to get runners on. You have to get those table setters on. It's just not happening. And it starts from the top. Whoever's making these decisions, I know Todd mentions philosophy, and maybe that's Nevin. Maybe he's not the guy making the lineups. Maybe it's Perry pulling the strings. Who knows? It would help if Canning was able to go 7 innings strong. Yes, I said 7. He's been pitching as good as of late, so I think that would be really good to see. The Rockies, for their keys, try to get a solid outing for Chase Anderson. Again, he only lasted 3 against Atlanta, but this is the Angels lineup that's going through some changes, so maybe he can go a little further, and that will help the Rockies bullpen. We'll see if that's the case. And then try to hit the ball off of Canning harder. Try to get a higher exit velocity. And then try to get to the struggling Angels bullpen early and get Canning out of the game. Canning, he gets the weak exit velocity, but if you're the Rockies, you're trying to key on some baseballs for sure. Now, I got some opinions, some hot takes, and some questions. Now, these are for the viewers here. And shout out to all of you joining in. Who here thinks Taylor Ward should not be in the leadoff spot anymore? Again, he flies out all the time. It seems like instead of getting on base with solid hits, it's just weak flyouts. Or, he doesn't strike out as much, but the flyouts are there. So that's really just embarrassing. Moniak needs more at-bats or he'll get cold. So I think finally Nevin saw this or Perry saw this and put both in the lineup at the same time. Usually Moniak, especially when there's a lefty pitcher, he's not going to be on the field. And that's unfortunate. Another note, Mike Trout, he hit a 434-foot home run yesterday. But he also struck out 3 times. My question is, he's only hitting 250. And then he seems like he's unable to catch up to fastballs like he did before. Is this a sign of things to come, or will he find a way to get out of this slump? And yes, you can say, well, he got out of the slump. He had a home run yesterday. But the 3 strikeouts, that's what I'm referring to. And then Walsh, Ward, Rengifo, and Squid are all hitting really soft. Aaron Loop has been a little better. And then Joe Adele is only getting at bats, in AAA. Are all these guys tradable? And can we get something for them back? That's what I'm wondering. And I want to put that out there for everybody else. And maybe this will be a question of the day. We'll get some ideas here. And then the other hot take or the question I'm thinking, are the starters being left in too long? Sandy has 6 losses, Detmers with 5, Ohtani with 3 losses. Or is it the bullpen letting these starters down? That's what I'm wondering. Is Phil Nevin leaving the starters in too long? That's going to be a question I wonder for everybody out there. And then what players should the Angels target in a trade or sign some free agents out there that are still out there? Do you get veteran relievers or starters to help out these younger pitchers? Davinsky is struggling, and his time and good fortune seems to be running out as of late. And then you're putting a lot of pressure on the young Sam Bachman, and eventually you're going to need Matt Moore back. Hopefully, he's back by the Arizona series. And then, of course, you have what's the other reliever name? 71. He's out there doing Jacob Webb, so he's doing well. I mean, he was put in some pressure situations, especially in that one against the Rangers on the 15th of June here. So I wonder if, all these questions and all these hot takes, I wonder what people will think here. Some ideas coming in for sure. Let's get to your the Angel schedule. So after this, the third game of this series, and the final in Colorado tomorrow at 12:10, and then the 4-game series against the White Sox at home, and then 3 with the Diamondbacks to end June and start July. Remember the HITI tailgate, July 1st. I cannot pump that up more than I can because I cannot wait to see all of you out there. I probably have to wear a name tag so you know who I am. I'll just let that be known right now. Let's get to some of these scores. There were a lot of games that were played earlier. One game in London, excuse me, that started, around 9 a.m., I want to say. It was the Cardinals and Cubs. Let's see. So the Cubs won that game in the London series. Let's get that score. Where was it? I mean, I even watched it. I didn't care. I mean, Cubs and Cardinals, they're both struggling so much. And it's just, to me, it's unwatchable, saying that as an Angel fan. The Cubs did win, though. They defeat Adam Wainwright and the Cardinals 9-1. In 10 innings, the Orioles walk it off against Seattle 6-4. The Giants defeat the Diamondbacks 7-6. So that was an important game there for the Giants as they're trying to catch the first place Diamondbacks. The Mets hold on. David Robertson had a 5-out save for the Mets as they win 4-2 in Philadelphia. Mets trying to claw back. The Yankees won 1-0 over Texas in the Bronx, unfortunately. And unfortunately, times 2, the Blue Jays defeat the A's in Canada 7-3. Kansas City shocks Tampa Bay 9-4. Atlanta stops the Reds' winning streak at 13 or 12. The Braves win 7-6. In the Battle of the Sox, the White Sox defeat the Red Sox 5-4 in Chicago. Miami continues to roll. They defeat the Pirates, who are the opposite, 4-3. Luis Arias continues to be awesome. He homered today against the Pirates early. He's tremendous if you ever get to watch him. Of course, we saw him against the Angels last month. And then another final was the Guardians defeating the Brewers 4-2 in Milwaukee. Some scores right now. The Dodgers lead the Astros 3-1 and in LA. So look out, Astro fans, for those Dodger fans. They're going to give you hell all series like we've seen. All right, going to the bottom of the third, Detroit is leading the Twins 3-0. The Tigers are 5.5 back, surprisingly, of first place Minnesota. And it's just wild. The 2 games left. Of course, the Angels at 6-10. Canning against Chase Anderson. Let's see. And the other game at 5:40 is Washington at San Diego. San Diego drilled Washington, I believe, 13-1 or 13-2 in that game, as it's, Soto, who played for the Washington Nationals some of those years, against all the players that the Padres had to trade for Soto on Washington. So that was kind of funny how there was all those connections yesterday in that game. All right, so that's the scores. Let's get to some of these comments. I'll start here on YouTube. Demetrio G saying, "What's up, brother? Hey, how are you? Hopefully see you at the tailgate." And then someone who was absent yesterday on the Todd Fox postgame show, Hammer, saying hello. And he says, "Yo, guess what? I went to a party this weekend." I guess that's why you weren't around yesterday. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get to some Instagram, if there's any comments. But shout out to people that joined and said, "Well, this isn't Todd. Let me get out of here." Grillmaster saying hello, James. Grillmaster also saying, "James, did you get your tickets to the tailgate?" Yes, I did. I got 4 and me, so 5 altogether. I'll be in row WW, and I'll be in the first seat because I'll be around, talking to everyone and congregating and all that. So I said, hey, no matter where it is in the section, I got to get a aisle seat so I can go in and out. So I'll be in row WW for that game. Let's see. Shout out to everybody again that joined in. Grillmaster also mentioning both home runs yesterday went 434 feet each. I didn't see. I saw Trout's, but I didn't see the length of Ohtani's home run. But Colorado, you could really get it out. Grillmaster saying, "Oh God, here's a joke. Where was the Declaration of Independence signed? On the bottom of the paper? I don't know." Gonzolik. That's a cool name. Our handle, I should say. "If we're losing to the Rockies after Trout and Shohei go yard, the post All-Star games aren't looking too promising." And yeah, that's been the whole issue, all these years. And I don't know how long you've been a fan, but shout out to you for joining us tonight, or joining me today, Gonzalez. I want these August and September games to mean something. We remember last year, already at this time in June, right after this, the 14-game losing streak last year, none of the games after that mattered. So we're hoping that, hey, this team can get hot and stay hot and have a good rest of the season and just stay in the thick of things at least. Don't fall out. Don't fall out of the race, and try to get better, try to improve, trade people that aren't doing anything. That's all you can do. Grandmaster's saying at the bottom, I got it right. Bang. Oh, we're going to have a good time, won't we, at the tailgate? Oh, sure. Let's see. All the people that joined in, shout out to everyone. Brad _ Romanello. Saying go Halos. Shout out to you, Brad, and thank you for joining in. Grimmaster saying, why does Arthur have a round table? I don't know that one. So he isn't cornered. I never heard that one before. Oh my God. Why did I read those? Anyway, JV _ 218 saying, my prayers have been answered. Thanks for sending Jared Walsh. I guess down, washed. That's a good quote or note there. He really, as much as we rail on him or whatever, he needs to get some better at bats, more consistent playing time. That will help him. Slick _ Rick saying Fletch got back. He was hitting 3 383 or 360 free down in AAA Salt Lake City, and I was hoping that he could bring some of that up with him, because we already have all the damn fly out hitters. We need the solid contact hitters. We need some of that. We need people like Ward and Walsh, all those people way down the lineup or away, like Walsh has been. We need more consistent hitters at the top of the lineup, and it seems so easy to put together, but it really isn't. As Smooth 777 saying, James, and shout out to you, as Smooth 777. Going back to YouTube here, Alex, and shout out to you. I think I have your number, Instagram. Hopefully you'll be at the tailgate, Alex. Be good to see you. Hammer saying, oh yeah, nope. Okay, I don't know what that means, but Hammer was saying, oh yeah, I will be there at the tailgate, and yeah, I was partying hard last night, and yeah. Okay, so that's where you were. Maybe you'll tune in tonight to the HITI pregame show, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, I'll be seeing everybody at the tailgate. Be good to see everyone. Good for the soul, mind, body, and soul. And we'll talk about whatever. I think we'll end it here with the simulcast of the pregame show. I don't know if I'll be doing this every day, but or every pregame show, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see how many viewers I can get, basically. Hammer also saying might be partying hard again tonight. Oh yeah. Now by partying, I don't know. Like, do you have all the drinks you can have? Are you dancing? See, I'm allergic to fun. I haven't had fun in years. I haven't had a birthday party in years, Hammer. So I have no idea what fun is and what partying is. You'll have to show me at the tailgate. Anyway, everybody take care. Go Halos. Hopefully the Angels can get the win today. Again, it would be Griffin Canning going for the Angels and Chase Anderson going for the Rockies. Hopefully the Angels can even this series and then have a rubber game tomorrow at 12:10 in Colorado. Hammer saying Shirley Temple, and yeah, everything you can imagine. What the hell does that mean? Everything you can imagine. Yeah, I don't know what that means. But hopefully you're not doing drugs. Hopefully you're not doing alcohol or anything else that is not good for you. Alex saying, if I can't make it to that game, I'll still be at Noble after. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. We're going to head over, I believe, just like that. Someone giving me a shout out on the page here. Maybe Todd, maybe Fernando, who knows. Hammer also saying, just like music and stuff like that. Well, show me what you listen to. I'm kind of scared, but scared like Raleigh Chris of what you'll be listening to. So we'll end Instagram here. Thank you for everybody that joined in on here. Again, a reminder to go to the Todd Fox post-game show after the game on YouTube for your Instagram viewers. Make sure you go over there to Halos in the Infield YouTube for the post-game show with Todd Fox, because it's going to be interesting. There'll be he'll read your comments, he'll take your phone calls, and hopefully we'll be talking about a win than a loss. So everyone take care on the Instagram page later. And for you YouTubers or watchers out there, Hammer saying, okay, I will, yep, okay. And then someone also says on here, James is going to start getting some swag, so pay attention to his show to win some trivia, to win some swag from trivia. Okay, so I guess I'm going to be doing some trivia. Sure. Okay. Let me look at. Okay, yeah, I see what Todd is mentioning here with the chat. There is more stuff. I doubt it. Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, maybe we'll have a contest or something um, here on YouTube. But hey, everyone, take care. Go Halos. Let's split this series and let's get a victory. It's all good, Todd. Later.